users can create maps with customized geology, labels, layout designs. I think there's other technologies we'll look into it when we are into the system. And also the other feature of QGIS is to do spatial analysis. So QGIS offers a wide range of spatial analysis tools for tasks such as overlay analysis, buffer creation, spatial parades, interpolation, and terrain analysis. So that's good, because that's what most people working with GIS are also in the system. And also another feature of GIS is geoprocessing. QGIS includes tools for geoprocessing tasks such as clipping, merging, splitting, and transforming spatial data. We are going to work on this, some of the other tools, when we are producing our map. I would say the outcome is to produce a simple map. And also one of the features of QGIS is plugins and extensions, which we are going to show each other how we can add a plugin and how we can work with the most important plugins in the system. So that's what is all about QGIS. So we continue to look at why QGIS. That's a big question, isn't it? So QGIS is an open source, meaning it's for the community. You can take the source code, you can edit it, you can work on it and use it the way you want. So it's very good compared to other applications. For example, ArcGIS, which is very expensive but also good. If Mustafa will allow us one of the days, I think we can also look at how we can use ArcGIS, which is very sophisticated but it's very good. So QGIS is good because it's an open source and also it's a cross-platform compatibility. You can use it on Linux, you can use it on Windows. Here I'm using Ubuntu, but I'm able to use Linux. Also, I'm able to use QGIS even if you know Windows. The same thing. It's simple. Mac OS also has QGIS. You can install it. It's very easy. The other thing about QGIS is it's user friendly. Its interface is just very good. You can, for even experienced or beginners in GIS, can use this application because it's very easy. Its interface is just very good. And the other thing is about its extensive functionality of QGIS. It offers a wide range of tools and functionalities for geospatial data management. You can analyze, you can visualize, cartography, you can do everything. So it's very good. And also it supports multiple data formats. As I've said, that we can work with vector data, raster data, you can have database, you can have Postgres database connected to QGIS, and you can work with those. So it's very good. And they also, QGIS has got a plugin architecture, which is very good. I've said we are going to look how we can add some plugins which are available in architecture or other softwares, and we can actually work with it. As I've said, it's an open source, so there's a lot of communities about it. If you just Google QGIS on the internet, then you will find various support that you need. Ask a question about anything that you want to do. People are there. It's for the community. And also there is we can read with other applications. For example, you have a GPS. You have a receiver, GPS receiver. You can connect to QGIS. You have other applications also. You can connect to QGIS. So interoperability is very high, that you can connect to other softwares, and also you can transfer data from one application to the other. So that's the goodness of QGIS. Am I moving too fast?
No, it's a good pace.
Thank you. What are the alternatives to QGIS? Because it's not only QGIS which is there on the market. There are a lot of alternatives to QGIS. The first one is the ArcGIS. So, as I've said, this is one of the best. It's a commercial GIS software package. It offers comprehensive tools for mapping, spatial analysis, data management. ArcGIS is known for its advanced functionalities and extensive support network, but it comes with a price tag. It's very, very expensive, but it's one of the best softwares out there. The other one is, of course, Google Earth Pro. It's not actually, you cannot use the advantage of Google Earth Pro. It's not, you cannot use for other very much intensive advanced analysis capabilities. It's not for that. We can just, this application allows us to use Pro and visualize geospatial data in 3D, which also QGIS does, but I just wanted to give alternatives to it. There's GeoData, which is a free and open source software package designed specifically for spatial data analysis and exploration. It provides tools for spatial statistics, but it doesn't go much to what QGIS does, because it's a bit broad. Then there is Global Mapper and Map Info Pro. I think we can look into them, but these are just alternatives to our software which we are looking today at for QGIS. How do we install QGIS? Depending on your system, I'll take you to their website. So this is their website for QGIS, which is, I don't know if you can read it. You just maybe search QGIS. It's QGIS.org. Then you go to downloads. That's where you can download for Windows. You're going to go here. Then you can download for Windows. Currently it's 3.36. That's the latest version. And for those who are in Linux, you can download here. You can download, or you can use the command line to download the application. So I've just given a simple method of installing. On Linux, you can use the sudo and apt install QGIS, and also you can even include GrassGIS, which always comes when you're installing QGIS. It's just another free open source GIS software package that offers advanced geospatial analysis capabilities. So when you're installing QGIS, you also install GrassGIS. And for Windows, this is the site that you can go in and download QGIS. As I mentioned about few types of data that are used in QGIS, there are two types mainly. Of course, there are many of them, but mainly that are used, there are two of them. That is vector data and raster data. So when you're talking about vector data, we are talking of points, for example, that represent a single geographic point. For example, you are somewhere, then you just take your coordinates, the latitude and the longitude. That is a point. So that's part of vector data. For example, you have a GPS, or you have a GPS receiver, then you take a line. You connect some few or more points, then it becomes a line. So that one is called a polyline, and that's also a vector data. The other types of vector data, it's polygon, where now you are connecting all the points to form a polygon, to form a rectangle or so. So that polygon is part of vector data, which we are going to work with today. On raster data, we are talking about grid or an image which has got geographical information. DM is a digital elevation model, which we are going to focus on when we are looking at raster data later, and satellite images. Those are types of raster data. I don't know if there's a question before I dive into the apps. Any question, please?
Can you please come again on the raster data, mostly on DEM? Can you just clarify?
DEM is a digital elevation model. Uh, this it's more or less that you more or less like it's what can I say? It's a data that comes with elevations of a particular area. So it shows a lot of stuff. It's where you can get you can create contours, you can check how terrain is, but it's known as a digital elevation model. So it's a compressed data that comes with a lot of information, but mostly it's about elevation.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. We are going to see how we can, when you're looking at raster data, we are going to see how we can download it, how we can use it, how we can play around with the raster data. Any other, please? Okay, if there isn't, then let's dive into the QGIS. So once you open the QGIS, should I close and start again, or this is okay? Because I just, for the sake of this presentation, I just opened it already. So once this is the first screen that you're going to see, if you are using like my version, which is 3.2 of QGIS, so this is the first screen that you're going to see, and we are in the QGIS. So these are just recent projects that I was working on, and most, if you have recent projects, then this is the screen where you're going to see the new empty project that you can click to start the QGIS. So I'm going to click the new or empty project, double click, then here we are. This is our QGIS desktop application. What you see, let me just get you around what you want to see on the screen. These are just some panels that you are seeing. You can add or remove a panel depending what you want to see. This is just a browser. These are layers. On a browser, it's just like you're just trying to browse your system. We're not going to add the layers. So this is panel is very, very, very important. And on the other side, processing two ports, it's another area where you now it's shortcut to two ports and some tools that are used for using QGIS. For example, GPS, you can go there, you can convert GPS data, you can convert GPX, some sort of stuff. So it's easy way of instead of going to main view, for example, you can go to vector data, then you can geometry tools, you can click all these tools that you want. You can also find them here at the processing toolbox. So it's just another way of meeting those ends. Yeah, this is about the panels, and this is about this. What you see here are the same tools that are used. So, for example, here you can create a new project. Here you are just opening a project. Here you are adding a new one. This you want to open. You can save. Here you can do a new print layout. Those are just tools that you can use when you're working with QGIS. Any question? No, any. So let me proceed. Now, where do we start? As you have seen, what we are going to produce by the end of the day, let me quickly pop it up. Let's open what we're going to do. So the now and then, yeah. So we want to produce this kind of a map. So this is the key or the legend that you are going to put in. This is a scale. This is just north arrow that you're going to say our direction, and this is a data that is going to add variance. Now to add layers, people wonder where do you get this vector information? Where do you get this data? There are so many ways of getting data. You have a GPS receiver. You have a small, that we usually call a GPS. You can take the GPS, you walk around, you save your information, then you can take that information to QGIS, or the other way is to use already available information which are there. For example, today, we are going to use information that is downloaded from this website, which is very good, I usually use. It's called PyQGIS. That's where you can download maps from Malawi. So I choose country here. I go to Malawi. Then you can choose a lot of information that you're looking for. If you're looking for loads, you're looking for elevation, land cover, etc. You can name it. So I can say, okay, I want administrative areas. Then you can download that information. So once you download, then let's add. Here you go here, open data source, you click here. The good part of QGIS is that you can add once, you just click one pattern, then you can add vector data and raster data. Unlike other applications where you have to separate where you're going to add raster data and vector data, they are separate patterns. But with QGIS, it's one pattern and you can access your information. So here it's called shows where you can what you want to add. You want to add a file, you want to add a directory, a database, a protocol, or what else? Is it a cloud one, cloud HTTPS, or just a file? So I'm going to add a file, vector data sets. So here, sorry, before I go there, you can see here it's vector data, raster data, and Postgres GPS data. So I'm going to select vector data here. You can see here vector data. Then I'm going to browse where my vector data is, and I'm already in my desktop. I will go to my desktop. Then I created this folder, GIS training. Then once you download that data, which I was showing you here, if you download it, the good part I already downloaded. I just want to show you that is the same data. So here it is Malawi admin, something like that. So I can save this one because I already downloaded it, but it's the same data that is here. You can see Malawi admin. So I'll just click inside, and you are going to add what I want. So you can see there's a lot of data formats: CPG, CSV, DDF, and PRG, and the actual CHP. So a shapefile is what we use in QGIS. So a shapefile comes with at least other four formats that creates what's known as ESRE shapefile. So you can see there are a lot of files, but what you're going to click is the shapefile. Let me select admin 2 shapefile. You go for what is known as shapefile. Are we clear on that? Somebody's talking, but it's on a very low.
All right, maybe just a question. Yes, what is contained in the shape file? Yeah, in detail.
I can say in the shapefile, we're going to see, as I've said, we are working on with vector data. So in the shapefile, it can be a coordinate, it can be a polygon, it can be a line. So we are going to see what is contained in the shapefile. But there are other 4 attributes formats that associate shapefile for you to view it as it is. But it's just a matter to go deep. It's just coordinates and some other attributes that makes up to create a shapefile. Is that clear?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's the data that you're going to for example, you have taken in a coordinate, right? That coordinate it has got latitudes, it has got longitudes, it can have a name, it can have other, maybe for example, it can have elevation, that's altitude. It can have a lot of information. So those information makes up to become a shapefile. Just in brief. So
All right, thank you.
Yeah. So when I click add, then it comes up at the bottom here. If I click add, it will also add the same as the same layer. But you can see this is a map of Malawi. Yeah. So if I click here, if I click the map of Malawi, then I go to open attribute table. I think you can see what is contained in the attribute of this shapefile. We have got ID 0, we have got ISO name, we have got name 0, we have got name 1, which is these are districts. Then we have got name 2, which I believe they are TAs, sub-TAs, and more detailed information about more detailed about the district. So I can click this one and I can cross. So this is map of Malawi. Let's start working with it. So if I also right click here and click properties, yeah, you can see now here we can do a lot of information. For example, we can add what's known as symbiology. Symbiology is more or less like brushing your layer. So I want to change the symbol. It's a symbol here, but I can add to categorized so that I want to classify more. I want to divide it more or less like in simple terms. So value, I can change it. I want it to be in the name too. As you have seen, name too, those are districts. Then I can classify that. You can see it's Baraka Town, Blantyre, and so on. Then if I click apply, you can see my map now. It's different. Now I can have a lot of colors based on the district, and not only district. This is now more advanced. Like we've got TAs. See, this is something like Kalonga Town, Kasungu Boma, Mulanje, Ponelaba, and etc. So I want to view only for Kasungu as the map our outcome shows. So I can go to here. I can deselect everything. Let me deselect everything. Let's see what happens. It's all open. Let me see what happens when I apply. You can see we have removed some of the headings. Now that chance available. If you want to deselect everything, then you want to view only Kasongo, it will take time. So what do? Let's clip it. Let's select what we want. So I can go to properties here. Then let me go to attribute table. Then let me go to Kasungu. Let me maximize this one. Here's Kasungu, so I can click from here. I can select here. Up here. So I've already selected where the name is Kasungu, so I can minimize. You can see that it's now in yellow. It's selected. This area is selected. It's in yellow, meaning I've selected that. So if you want to take out everything and remain with Kasungu only, what I can do is to go to vector data, then geoprocessing tools, then I can click. So I want to click that one. I want to click selected features only, overlaid by also selected features only. Then I can land this. Yeah, here it is. So I close this one. I can take out this layer, and I will remain with only Kasungu. Now, let's categorize it as we showed last time. We right click here. We went to properties. Then we
Sorry, Mr. Fastin.
Yes, please.
Yes, I see post GIS being highlighted. I just want to have understanding. Or is it highlighted by default? Maybe I missed that part.
No. This part I was just mentioning about the browser. It's just unfortunate that I click on PostGIS, but that's Postgres. So it's just a database that you can connect with to your system, to your QGIS. But if you want to add data, for example, on this browser, you can just go to where you, for example, home. This is where I did took my information. Then I can just click here. For example, I do took admin 2 here. So if I can zoom out, you can see I've already also added back the. So just a matter of adding. You want another way of adding your data to your map.
All right, thank you.
Okay, sure. So I can remove this one. We are back to Kasongo map, and here it is. So I can right click this one, go to properties, then on symbology, I'm going to change, categorize. Right, we are going to talk about category when you are looking at Western data. Rule based is now you can actually code for you to do some stuff which you're going to have information later on. But what we are interested is to categorize it based on name 2. Then I will classify it. You can see now we have TAs. Then I'm going to accept this one. Then okay, now look at it. But there are no names. Now, if you look at our map, what we show the image, there are names, there are labels there. So let's add some labels to our map. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to do the same. Right click, go to properties, then I'm going to go to labels. Then you're going to add a label. So there are rule-based labeling that you want to also do some coding stuff there. If you want to add some rule-based symbols, not heavy coding, but simple coding. And single labels, you can just click single label that you want to add. But and I want to add based on name 2, and I want it to be on style. I want to be bold. I can change the font size here to 7 or to 8. I want the color to be black, and placement here. You can go placement. I want it to be freestyle. Here you can be allow placing like visible polygon. So first point inside the polygon, or you want it to be free, whatever you want to, how do you want to add, allow the centroid. That's how you can change all these parameters and how you want it, or you are able to declare it. So if I click OK, here they are. So I've added the label to my map. Any question, please? Okay, let's continue. Now I've added my map. This is exactly what I wanted. What I wanted to produce. But now let's create, because what here we're just adding the layers. But now let's create the output map that we want to produce. So to do that, we have to do another step, ahead, where it's known as now we want to do a layout manager, because this is not the print layout. So let's have the print layout. So here I'm going to have a new printer label, or you can go to projects, then you can click here new layout, new print layout. So you can click it, then you can name it. Let's name it training QGIS. Okay. So this is the new print layout. So what we are looking at before is we're just adding what you want to produce. What the layers, just adding the layers, changing labeling, blah 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 blah. But here now it's just the print. Sorry, same here. This is just the print layout. So you can change this format from landscape to portrait and what have you. So let's start adding what we want to do, what we want our layout. So here I'll add an item. First I'll add a map. So I clicked add item, add map. So I want my map to be here. It will automatically come. That's it. I can drag it there, maybe there. Yeah, sure. Now looks fine. What else should I add? I can add a label. So I add a label here. Put it here. Then I call it, go here. I call it Kasongo map. Then I can change font. I want to be bold. 28. So I want it to be center and in the middle. Sure. I can move this one. Okay. Yeah. Then I will add another item, which is a scale bar. So I can add a scale bar. If I add a scale bar, you can see on the right that you can change your level parameters. Segments, there are only 2, but I can change the segments to 6, and I want it to be a very long one. Then I can choose fit segments. Yeah. Then I can add something like a dynamic text, but what data we are using. If you go deep into QGIS, you know what data is. It's just a geographical reference that you are using. So I'm looking at map. Let's show them. Then I'll put it in as the data. WGS 84. That's what we use. And I can add a north arrow, but how to add a north arrow in QGIS is different with other softwares. Here you add it as a picture. So you say add a picture, then you select where you want to add. Then here you can see on FVG images, you can go and select. That's how to add an arrow symbol in QGIS. Next thing that I have to add is to add the legend. So I'll add legend. So I'll select where I want the legend to be. Here, this is my legend, and here it is. So I'll remove the auto update because I want to edit it. Then I'll click here, right click, hide the name script. So I'll hide that name script. And also I want to remove here at the bottom because you can see there it has no label. So I can expand this, go to bottom, then remove it. And I want to the label should be key. So title should be key. Content formats should be in the center. Should be bold. Okay. So, yeah. Here's the map. And I believe, of course, the colors do differ, but it's the same map as we have produced here. So this is our map, and we can export in different formats that we want. At the end of the day, we can export this one as an image, SVG, or PDF. So eight of it I can export as PDF here. And let's call it QGIS training version 1. Then you save. Then you can save this one. Yeah. So if you can go here. documents. You can see this one is newly added. Can you sum up? Well, that's not interesting. Yeah. For now, I think I've existed a lot of time. I think that's what I can share today. Next time we're going to look at how we can add and work with raster data. That's more complicated than the data.